Hey everybody, we're back, and I said on the next video I'd have the finished product, and this is the finished product right here. Old Santa and the Santa's good list. Now I had this out in Colorado Springs, Colorado at the CCA meeting and show and competition, and I had this sitting on my table out there. But now here is the pattern, the picture that I had of it, and I'll set this right here. Here is the cutout pattern that I use, and it's once again it's 3 inches wide, 3 inches thick, and 9 inches tall. Now, granted, you don't have to go by this size. You can make it small or larger, just whatever. But now, I'm going to set this right here. And what I'm fixing, what I did off camera, I kind of rounded this hat up a little bit, opened up this arm, and kind of worked on this leg a little bit and cut out in between here. But what I'd like to do tonight is to start cutting in this hat. So I'm going to take a big 10mm V, and I'm going to come right in here and start separating that little part on the hat right here, like that. I'll come in here on the back side, and I drew in my line right here. I'm going to draw cut in on it. Now what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to cut back against that a little bit and kind of relieve that. Make me a stop cut right along here, and take me a little wedge out, or a little sliver, right up in here, just to kind of bring that little tassel down a little bit. And just start rounding that area in there. And make me a little thick. Alright, got that. Now I'm going to turn around and do the same on the back side. Make me a stop cut along that area that I just cut. And take my knife and cut back against it. And kind of make that part of the cap stick out a little bit more than what it is. And right in here, I want to put me in a good shadow mark. The shadow really, when you can get a shadow in your carving, it just really adds to your carving. And I'm not going to get in a hurry on this. I'm just going to do whatever it takes. Alright, now let's shave this down a little bit more here on this side. Now what I've got to do is I'm going to establish this little fur area. I got to get it in. So I'm going to take my V tool, 10mm, and I'm going to come across here like that. And where I drew that line in, right in here, I'm going to outline that with my V tool. So we just kind of get structure in on this head right now and establish where the fur is on this hat. Now that I've got that in there, I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to make me a stop cut, and I'm going to cut back against that and kind of tuck that everything in underneath that fur. I'll have to draw my line back in, but that's not a big problem. I know where my hair will be. Cut that in. I want to say also hello to everybody that was at the CCA show and competition. I enjoyed visiting with you if you saw me out there. And I'd like to also say hey to everybody that was in my class at the GOW in Illinois. We had a good seminar out there. And I'm headed Tuesday to the Lake of the Ozarks. I'm going to do a seminar up there. And looking forward to that, guys. So that's one of the reasons I've been on the road and I hadn't been able to get this YouTube coming at you, because I've been on the road so much. Okay, I've tucked that up underneath that fur. Let's see, it needs to, right in here, I need to bring it up just a little bit right in here. Just to be even with this frontal part here. Now, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to draw back my hairline right in here. Bring it right in here. And then bring my hairline right in there like that. Can you see that all right there, Peyton? Yeah, okay. Now, I'm going to take my V-tool and I'm going to cut in my hairline. Because my face in there was a little flat. We got to round that a little bit. And when I get these cuts in, I can start rounding that facial area to kind of a wedge. I'll take my V, come in here. And this is a 10mm V. Now, once I get that in, I'm going to take a good rough out knife and I'm going to put me a good old stop cut right in here and one along this hairline. And start bringing this to a little more of a wedge right in here. And cut back and make my hairline stand out a little bit more. Like that right in there. And then on this side over here, I'll take and do the same thing. like that. And let's cut back against this beard right in here. Get it in. And right in here, I need to take out a little, kind of round that in there, that beard area. Let's see, let me get in here with this little skew and kind of work over. That's what I needed. Was a little skew in there. Now, we want to bring this to a more of a wedge. Well, I'll take my knife blade on this side. And Brian, I'm trying to work on this nose area right in here. Let's see, let me take this number 3 shallow gouge, and I'm going to start working over this way toward my hairline. Now, this is important to get this structure in and get this guy's face to more of a wedge. Coming up this way and then down that way. Because I want that nose to stick out a little bit more than what it is right now. What we looking at on time there, Peyton?
Got about 13 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's starting to come to a wedge. When you look at it this way and down that way. Still not where I want it. Let's get a bigger, I'm going to get a bigger number 3 right here. This is a, I don't know, that's probably an 1.25 inches. But you got to be careful down in here. You don't want to take that beard off very much, but I do want that at a wedge. Reason being, I'm going to start fashioning the nose right in here, and it needs to be at a pretty good wedge when you look at it. And I've almost got it in there right now. Right now, to clean up, I'm going to come in here and take my little upsweep V tool, 1/4 inch V, and kind of make me a cut there, like that. That's coming the way I want it to look now. Now, right in here, before I go any further, I'd like to take a little bit of depth right out in here. Right in here in these little corner areas here. So I'm going to come in with a stop cut there. And right here. And cut that out. And start rounding that beard right in there like that. You got that, Peyton? Okay, yeah. Now let's do it over here. Stop cut there. One right there. And I'm going in pretty deep on this area here. Okay. He's coming right along now. I will keep my center line down here. And I'd like to come in and start developing the width of my nose. So I'm going to come in here and start angling this nose a little bit more, like that, on that side, right here. Like that. And I started that nose coming in there now. Now we can kind of undercut that a little bit. Let me turn it around this way. And right now I'm using a little upsweep skew. Smoothing out in here where I made those gouge cuts. And I'm going to come right in here and start really developing me a bridge of the nose area. Like right in there. I'll do it on this side here. Now that's what I wanted it to look like right there. What we looking at on that time there, Pete?
Got about 8 minutes.
8 minutes, okay. That's what I want. Alright, that's looking the way I want him to look. I'm going to take a little bit more off right in here. Start rounding this beard here toward the bottom. This is a difficult area here in here because you got this little list in here, or that piece of paper that we're working with, so you're having to work around all that. But what I'd like to do now is kind of give you an idea of where the cheeks, the wing of the nose will be right here.